Welcome back to the Morning Blend. The drug called Sovaldi helps patients with hepatitis C. The standard treatment cost in America is $84,000, but in other places it only costs $900. Here to explain more is Dr. Steve Miller, Senior Vice President and Chief Medical Officer of Express Scripts. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Nice to talk to you this morning. I think this is shocking and should be shocking to us that in every state in the nation, taxpayers are footing the bill for people who are infected with hepatitis C to get this medicine that's so overpriced that now the U.S. Senate Finance Committee is investigating.
Yeah, so this is actually a real issue for the states, because if you think about the populations that have hepatitis C, the number one population is actually low-income people, so they're on the state Medicaid programs. The second biggest population is actually our veterans, many of the Vietnam-era veterans. And then the third biggest population is those who are incarcerated. The thing they have in common is that they're all paid for by the taxpayers. And so this is potentially a budget buster for most states.
Yeah, ridiculously so. First of all, help me understand the size of the hepatitis C population. How many people are infected with it?
Yeah, so in the United States, there's about 3.2 million patients. There's 170 million patients worldwide, but Americans are being asked to foot the bill for the majority of it.
Okay, and what is the cost? We heard $84,000. Is that for a year of this medication?
No, so it's priced at $1,000 per tablet, and you need a 12-week course of therapy. So in the United States, that comes out to $84,000, but in other countries like Egypt, they only charge $900 for the complete course, which is less than the price of one tablet in the United States.
Okay, so help me understand then, doctor, why it's so outrageously overpriced here in America.
Yeah, so Americans have always paid the most for pharmaceuticals because we're a very wealthy country. But this has actually gotten really out of whack. So even if you take other Western countries that are wealthy, like the United Kingdom, they only charge $55,000 there. So here in the United States, our poorest people are going to be paying $84,000 when the wealthiest person in the UK is only going to be asked to pay $55,000. We truly believe that the system is broken.
For sure. I think you don't even have to be a doctor to see that. But what's the answer? I mean, what's the solution? How can we help?
Yeah, so we think it's really important that people become educated at this, because this is just one example. So we're using Sovaldi as an example, and it's truly a great drug, but there are many, many other products that have the potential to do this. And so we think people really have to be educated, because remember, it's not just the patient being asked to pay for it, it's truly all of us in the form of our taxes. And so if you think about where you're at, you know, you're talking about Wisconsin, it's going to cost almost $1 billion, which means you're going to have to choose between schools, or you're going to have to choose between roads, or treating hepatitis C. And so it's crucial that everyone become educated about this.
So we're seeing our state, and then it says $941 million. That's our cost as a state?
That's your cost just to treat those two populations of the state Medicaid and the prisoners. So that doesn't include those people who have commercial insurance or the veterans who are paid for by the federal government. So when your state legislators are looking at their budget, should they be required to treat all the people with hepatitis C at the current price, you're looking at $941 million.
Unbelievable. Dr. Miller, quickly, where can we go for more information?
Yeah, so we've created a website at lab.express-scripts.com that will teach people not just about hepatitis C, but the high price of many pharmaceutical products and what consumers can do to hold down the cost of those products.
Thank you so much for your time today. We really appreciate it and worth looking into. We'll be right back. First.